Think your customer list is just names and numbers? Well, think again. It's the key to skyrocketing your sales with your customer database. Hi, I'm Matt Plapp, the Chief Energy Officer of Restaurant Marketing Networks. And today we're going to talk about unlocking the power of your restaurant's database when you segment it. But before we go any farther, comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I'm on here dropping more fire. My promise to you today is to define why it's important for you to segment your audience. How to segment your audience. What type of offers can you use to these different segments? And last but not least, the impact that segmenting your customer database will have on your restaurant sales. First off, why is segmentation important? Well, number one, let's just look at a family. I've got a college-age daughter. I've got a middle-aged wife. You think you can send the exact same message to me, my wife, and my daughter? It's not going to work. So one of the biggest things you have to do inside of your restaurant's database is start segmenting. At a worst-case scenario, you take your list and you chop it up into multiple pieces. Best-case scenario, you survey your customers to find out who they are. One of the first places I start when segmenting a database is new, frequent, or lost. You simply ask your customers when you gather their data, how often do you come to our restaurant? Why is this important? Because a new customer is going to need a different bribe to drive that first visit than your most loyal customers. They just need a push. And then a lost customer is already familiar with your brand, but still needs to be pushed a little. So having a new, frequent, and lost customer database allows you to target different people with different types of offers. One of the next things I love to segment on is male or female. Let's face it, guys and ladies are completely different. The colors matter, the calls to action matter, and the messaging matters. How you talk to a female versus how you talk to a male can really impact your restaurant's success in email and text marketing. And then one of my favorite after that are different customer segments. Later on, I'm going to tell you a story about a restaurant we worked with that was a big brewery. Inside that brewery, they had their Steinmaster program. A couple hundred crazy customers for this brand. And you know what? We were able to leverage them to drive sales to something very specific. I'll get to that later. Now that I told you about the segments that I like, you need to do a deep dive into your brand to understand the segments that are important to you. If you're on a college campus, there's going to be faculty, there's going to be students, but there's also going to be people who live there locally. And you've got to keep in mind when to market to them and when not. My daughter comes home from college, May to August. It's useless sending her an email in July when she's 2 hours away. The same thing goes for restaurants that are in tourist areas. We have a client of ours that is in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. There are people that live there, people that work there, and people that visit a few times a year. In an example like that, you can run ads to build your database. And when you get people to respond, you can ask them, are you in town for vacation? Do you live here? Are you a seasonal worker? By having those people tagged correctly, you can take them on a different journey. And at the same time, a message to a tourist versus a message to a consumer who lives in the area is night and day. You only have that tourist for 3 to 4 days. That person that lives there, you got 365. So it's ultra important to look at your customer base, look at your demographic around your restaurant, and understand the opportunities that you have for segmentation of your restaurant's database. One of my favorite things to do with customer surveys is to leverage them to get more data. One of the restaurants and breweries I cut my teeth with early on was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And so we would survey the clients to find out, are you an NFL fan? Are you a hockey fan? Are you a baseball fan? You're a beer fan, obviously you're following our brewery. What type of beer? And we would ask those questions to get responses so that down the road, we could send a very targeted email to all of the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, a targeted email to all the Pittsburgh Penguins fans. We weren't going to blast the whole list with a Steelers email if we had 500 people that told us, we love the Steelers and we're on your list. It's a great opportunity to create custom promotions that really hit that audience. Earlier, I talked about my favorite new, frequent, and lost customers as a way to segment your database. I want you to think about personalization of offers and how it relates to those type of customers. I just got done looking at the results from an email that was sent inside of Driver for one of our clients, Little Italy Ristorante. It went to his best customers. It was a bribe. When you come in this week and spend X amount more than normal, you get double points. That is going to resonate with a frequent customer. If somebody's never been, they don't give a shit about getting double points. So that offer is built 100% for a frequent customer. A new customer needs to have a strong bribe. And what I mean by that is if you've never got me into your restaurant, Don't give me a buy one, get one free pizza with the purchase of 2 drinks and an appetizer. Make me an offer that makes me feel stupid if I say no to it, because all you're trying to do is bring that visit back. And then last but not least, your lost customers. Why were they lost? One of my friends who used to own 100+ Subways was telling me a story. He said, Matt, I would identify Subways that were not doing well. They were run down, they were managed poorly, they weren't operating how a Subway should operate. He would then buy that restaurant and then market to their prior customer database, under new ownership, under new management, and he would talk about the changes that related to the people that they lost. Those people were like, wow, I'm gonna give this Subway another chance. That is the opportunity that exists, but only exists when you know who the people are. This is one of my favorite stories about the value of customer segmentation. A client of ours, Hofbrauhaus Newport, was having a hard time with their Mondays. The owner, Nick, came to me and said, Matt, if we could just get $400 to $600 more in sales every Monday, we would not be losing money and we would be fine. What can we do? I said, well, let's look at our best customers. That is our Steinmaster program. A few hundred people that not only pay to be in a loyalty program, but come here every week. If somebody's going to come here on a Monday night, it's going to be one of those crazy people. So we put together a promotion called Menu Mondays. We decided to chop up that Steinmaster database into a few segments, and we marketed to the segments every other week. Well, guess what? Within a couple weeks, we had $4,000 at our Menu Monday promotion. The Menu Monday was simple. Come in, try out some free appetizers, and drink your favorite beer. This was not rocket science with regards to marketing. These were the easiest possible customers to get to the restaurant when we needed them to come. But the reason it worked was we had the names, the phone numbers, the emails, and more importantly, we knew they were members of their Beer Stein program. If you're ready to segment your database like never before, we would love to help you. Go to getdriver.com and find out what we're doing to help restaurants like yours drive sales on autopilot with customer segmentation. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, drop a message, and if you want to have a personal conversation with me, I love getting texts from very motivated restaurant owners. Text me at 859-743-2408. That's all I got. I'll see you in the next video.